Unveiling the Power of Intellectual Discourse, the Steelman Argument. In the realm of intellectual discourse, effective communication and understanding are paramount. The art of argumentation plays a crucial role in shaping discussions, allowing individuals to exchange ideas, challenge assumptions, and arrive at a more nuanced understanding of various topics. One approach that stands out for its emphasis on fairness and constructive dialogue is the Steelman Argument. The Steelman Argument, as opposed to its counterpart, the strawman argument, encourages individuals to engage with the strongest version of their opponent's position, instead of attacking a weakened or distorted representation of an argument. Proponents of the Steelman approach seek to strengthen and accurately represent the opposing viewpoint. This method fosters a more productive and respectful discourse, promoting intellectual growth and collaboration. Understanding the strawman and the Steelman. Before delving deeper into the merits of the Steelman argument, it's essential to grasp the concept of the strawman argument. The strawman fallacy occurs when someone misrepresents or exaggerates an opponent's position to make it easier to attack. This tactic undermines the integrity of the discourse by attacking a weakened version of the argument rather than engaging with its true substance. In contrast, the Steelman argument seeks to elevate the level of conversation by presenting the opposing viewpoint in its most robust and accurate form. This approach not only demonstrates intellectual honesty but also allows for a more meaningful exchange of ideas. By addressing the strongest points of the opposition, individuals can engage in a more informed and constructive dialogue. The benefits of the Steelman argument. 1. Fosters intellectual growth. Engaging with the strongest version of an argument requires individuals to delve into the nuances of differing perspectives. This process promotes intellectual growth by encouraging a deeper understanding of diverse viewpoints and challenging one's preconceptions. 2. Builds respectful dialogue. The Steelman argument promotes a culture of respect in intellectual discussions. By avoiding the misrepresentation of opposing views, individuals create an environment where ideas are exchanged with integrity, fostering a more collaborative and respectful discourse. 3. Encourages open-mindedness. The Steelman approach encourages individuals to approach discussions with an open mind. By acknowledging the strengths of opposing arguments, participants are more likely to consider alternative viewpoints and refine their own beliefs. 4. Strengthens persuasion. Presenting the strongest version of an argument enhances one's ability to persuade others. By addressing the most compelling aspects of an opposing viewpoint, individuals increase the likelihood of creating a convincing and well-reasoned case for their position. 5. Facilitates effective problem-solving. When participants in a discussion focus on the strongest points of each argument, they are better equipped to identify common ground and work towards effective problem-solving. The Steelman argument lays the groundwork for collaboration and finding solutions that benefit all parties involved. In a world where information is abundant and opinions are diverse, the ability to engage in meaningful and constructive discourse is more critical than ever. The Steelman argument offers a powerful tool for fostering intellectual growth, building respectful dialogue, and promoting open-mindedness. By embracing this approach, individuals contribute to a culture of robust and effective communication, paving the way for a more enlightened and interconnected society. Implementing the Steelman argument in real-world discourse involves actively seeking to understand and represent opposing viewpoints in their strongest form. Here are some examples of how this approach can be applied in various contexts. 1. Political debates. In political discussions, individuals often hold diverse opinions on complex issues. Rather than misrepresenting or oversimplifying the views of political opponents, one can employ the Steelman argument by acknowledging the strongest points of their stance. For instance, if discussing a policy proposal, presenting the most compelling arguments in favor of that policy demonstrates a commitment to fairness and encourages a more substantive debate. 2. Religious dialogues. Religious beliefs can be deeply personal and diverse. When engaging in conversations about different faiths or philosophical perspectives, the Steelman argument encourages individuals to understand and articulate the strongest aspects of each belief system. This approach fosters an environment of mutual respect, allowing for a more constructive exploration of shared values and differences. 3. Scientific debates. In scientific discourse, competing theories or hypotheses often exist for a given phenomenon. Instead of attacking a simplified version of an opposing scientific viewpoint, proponents of the Steelman argument strive to accurately represent the strongest evidence and reasoning supporting that perspective. This approach contributes to a more rigorous scientific dialogue and encourages researchers to refine and strengthen their positions. 4. Ethical dilemmas. Ethical discussions involve weighing different moral principles and values. When faced with ethical dilemmas, individuals can use the Steelman argument by acknowledging and understanding the strongest moral arguments on both sides. This nuanced approach helps in finding common ground and facilitates discussions aimed at ethical decision-making. 5. Business negotiations. In negotiations, parties often have conflicting interests. Embracing the Steelman argument can be beneficial by acknowledging the legitimate concerns and objectives of the other party. This approach creates a foundation for collaborative problem-solving and may lead to more mutually beneficial agreements. 6. Online discussions. Online forums and social media platforms are often arenas for heated debates. Instead of resorting to strawman attacks, individuals can elevate the quality of discourse by practicing the Steelman argument. Actively seeking out the most compelling points made by others and responding to those points directly can contribute to a more thoughtful and respectful online exchange. 7. Academic settings. In academic environments, where intellectual rigor is essential, the Steelman argument is a valuable tool. When presenting a counter-argument in a paper or participating in a debate, acknowledging and engaging with the strongest points of the opposing viewpoint demonstrates a thorough understanding of the subject matter and enhances the overall quality of scholarly discourse. In each of these examples, the Steelman argument serves as a bridge for constructive dialogue, enabling individuals to move beyond surface-level disagreements and engage with the substance of differing perspectives. By actively seeking to understand and represent opposing views in their strongest form, participants contribute to a more informed, respectful, and collaborative discourse. If you found value so far in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to support this channel. Please share across social media platforms to reach a wider audience. The Steelman argument and addressing criticisms. While the benefits of this method are evident, it is crucial to address potential criticisms to provide a comprehensive understanding of its strengths and limitations. Addressing criticisms. 1. Criticism. Time-consuming and impractical. Some critics argue that constructing the Steelman for every opposing viewpoint may be time-consuming and impractical, especially in fast-paced discussions or debates. Response. While it is true that constructing a robust Steelman argument requires time and effort, the investment is worthwhile. The process encourages thorough understanding, contributing to more meaningful discussions. Additionally, even a partial implementation of the Steelman can significantly enhance the quality of discourse, without requiring an exhaustive analysis of every nuance. 2. Criticism. Risk of misrepresentation. Skeptics may express concerns about the risk of inadvertently misrepresenting an opposing viewpoint. While constructing the Steelman, especially if there are multiple interpretations of a given position. Response. The Steelman argument, when practiced with care and diligence, minimizes the risk of misrepresentation. By actively seeking out diverse perspectives, consulting primary sources, and engaging in respectful dialogue, individuals can mitigate this concern. Additionally, the Steelman intends to foster understanding, and a genuine effort to represent the opposing view accurately helps avoid misinterpretation. 3. Criticism. Doesn't account for extreme positions. Critics might argue that the Steelman approach may struggle to address extreme or fringe viewpoints that lack a reasonable basis. Response. While the Steelman argument may face challenges in extreme cases, its primary aim is to promote constructive dialogue in more mainstream discussions. In situations where extreme positions lack a rational foundation, Steelman can still be valuable by encouraging participants to focus on the most reasonable, and coherent aspects of the opposition, facilitating a more productive conversation. 4. Criticism. Diminished persuasive impact. Some may contend that by emphasizing the strengths of opposing arguments, the Steelman approach could weaken the persuasiveness of one's position. Response. The Steelman argument, when applied effectively, enhances rather than diminishes the persuasive impact. By addressing the strongest points of the opposition, individuals demonstrate intellectual honesty and credibility. This approach strengthens their position by acknowledging and responding to the most compelling aspects of differing viewpoints, making their arguments more robust and convincing. While the Steelman argument is a powerful tool for fostering constructive dialogue, it is essential to acknowledge and address potential criticisms. By anticipating concerns and providing thoughtful responses, proponents of the Steelman approach can strengthen their case and demonstrate a deeper understanding of its application in real-world discourse. Embracing the Steelman not only promotes respectful and informed conversations, but also encourages a culture of intellectual honesty and open-mindedness. Examples of how the Steelman argument has been successfully employed in real-life situations. 1. Political negotiations. In international diplomacy, the Steelman argument has been employed to bridge gaps between conflicting nations. Diplomats often acknowledge the legitimate concerns and priorities of their counterparts, even when advocating for their national interests. By understanding and addressing the strongest points of the opposing side, negotiators create an atmosphere conducive to compromise and collaboration. 2. Public policy debates. In legislative bodies, lawmakers who embrace the Steelman argument contribute to more effective policy discussions. Rather than dismissing opposing viewpoints outright, legislators acknowledge the strengths of differing proposals. This approach fosters bipartisan cooperation, leading to more comprehensive and well-balanced policies that address a wider array of concerns. 3. Scientific conferences. Scientific conferences provide a platform for researchers to engage with diverse perspectives. During panel discussions or Q&A sessions, scientists often employ the Steelman argument to address questions or critiques from their peers. By acknowledging the strongest counter-arguments and presenting robust responses, researchers contribute to a more collaborative and intellectually rigorous scientific community. 4. Legal debates in courts. In legal proceedings, attorneys employing the Steelman argument enhance their persuasive capabilities. Rather than misrepresenting the opposing side's case, skilled lawyers acknowledge the strongest legal points of their adversaries. This not only demonstrates respect for the legal process but also helps the court arrive at well-informed and just decisions. 5. Interfaith dialogues. In efforts to foster understanding between different religious traditions, the Steelman argument plays a crucial role. Interfaith dialogues often involve representatives of various faiths acknowledging and discussing the strongest aspects of each other's beliefs. This approach promotes mutual respect and contributes to a more harmonious coexistence in diverse societies. 6. Corporate negotiations. In business settings, successful negotiations often hinge on acknowledging the strengths of the opposing party's position. Corporate leaders employing the Steelman argument create a more collaborative environment, fostering better relationships with clients, suppliers, and other stakeholders. By understanding and addressing the concerns of all parties involved, businesses can achieve more sustainable and mutually beneficial agreements. 7. Media interviews and debates. Public figures and experts appearing in media interviews frequently employ the Steelman argument to enhance the quality of discussions, instead of resorting to sensationalism or oversimplification. Individuals acknowledge the strongest points of their opponent's arguments. This not only contributes to a more informative and engaging conversation but also sets a positive example for viewers and listeners. These real-life examples highlight the versatility and effectiveness of the Steelman argument across different domains. Whether in politics, science, law, or business, individuals who actively engage with the strongest version of opposing viewpoints contribute to a more informed, respectful, and collaborative discourse. By showcasing the success of this approach in practical scenarios, Proponents of the Steelman argument can make a compelling case for its widespread adoption. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel for more self-improvement videos. Please feel free to comment below to tell us how useful you found this video. Remember to share on various social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Click the notification bell to get notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.